Okay, so my package has finally arrived. I am kind of having a little bit of doubts based upon the color that I got, and you guys could obviously see from the thumbnail of this video. But let's go ahead and just dive right into the unboxing of this. I'm kind of excited for the new design of this new phone and what it might bring to the future of Apple itself. So this is obviously the orange colorway. I don't even know the exact name of this, but this is the orange colorway. And let's just quickly get this out of the box. And I want to actually see it for myself because I haven't been in the Apple store, but just based upon the reviews that I've seen online, many people don't quite like this. Okay, it is a lot more orange and just vibrant than I expected. Let me just do this. Look at it. This is the 17 Pro. I decided not to get the Max this year. I kind of like the smaller form factor, especially when just trying to hold your phone in the hand. This kind of just fits me a lot better. Inside of the box, we also have our braided cable, no brick as usual, and we have the packaging. Let me see. Just the basic packaging. I'm in the US, so I already know we have the eSIM. So pretty much that's it. That's all you get from the packaging. And while I power on this phone, it does feel very smooth on the edges, like even compared to the previous year that I have, which is the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And I think, let me just quickly get this into the frame. This is my iPhone 16 Pro Max, and even just feeling the edges of these, this is way smoother. I'm not even sure how Apple is able to accomplish that, but the edges are a lot more smoother. On the bottom, we see we have our stereo speakers as usual, and on the right side we have our action camera button, and we also have the lock or unlock button here. The buttons still feel, you know, as usual, Apple feeling, does feel premium. And at the top we now have an antenna, but so far the edges just feel very smooth. It does feel as Apple premium in hand, feels good. I honestly, just like many others, I don't really love this color. Now having it in my hand, it just feels super bright. This little section that they have right here, I know many people say that this should be smooth, but I could tell you that even just rubbing my fingers over this, you could feel the edges of this. So it's not necessarily as smooth or seamless as many other people have made it seem online. You could feel the grooves of this clear black section that they have on the back, but that's pretty much it. The design looks very nice. I want to set this up and actually see how this feels and load up the iOS 26, which I've been using from the official beta launch a couple months back. So I kind of have some thoughts on that as well, but so far this just feels very light in hand. I kind of, as I said, like the smaller form factor, but who to tell, I may return this and actually get a different colorway because I'm really not vibing with this bright orange. Now if you're someone that occasionally wants to hide this bright colorway with something like a phone case, I do have a solution for you, and this is from a brand called ESR. This is their hybrid magnetic case, and just from the couple seconds that I've had this on my phone, I could easily tell how protected the phone is. But there's one feature that kind of sticks out to me that I truly enjoy, which kind of makes it what really it is, a hybrid case. You could easily prop out the camera guard right here and place your phone down, and you could watch content online, or even if you're talking to someone doing your video call, you could easily prop this out, and it is all from the camera guard. If you want to pick it up, links to this item will be in the description down below. One of the main reasons that I got into the Apple ecosystem many years back was just how amazing the photo and video quality was coming straight out of these cameras, and that's what has kept me into this ecosystem. Not necessarily because some of the other features, but you could really get some sharp image coming straight out of your iPhone. Previously we were complaining that we wanted more megapixels. Now we do have all of the back cameras right here shooting at 48 megapixels, and I believe that we'll be getting higher image resolution along with sharper images. So for those of you who are content creators and you live off shooting images and videos on your phone, I do expect that the quality will significantly improve with these cameras. And then along with that, we do have more optical options. I know previously, I think the last year we went from 0.5, now we have up to 0.5 all the way to 8x, and the Google Pixel 10 Pro actually has 10x. But for another comparison video, we'll actually look at which image quality is more usable from the 8x versus the 10x coming from the Google. And then along with that, we do have what's called center stage, and let me just pull that up right here for you guys. And that allows you to take photos or selfies in both, let's say, landscape mode, as you can see right here, and even in portrait mode without even turning the camera. And I believe this feature will be extremely useful. I can't wait to use it. Right as I finish recording, I'm probably going to go outside and test out some of these features. But so far, this is what we could expect from the video and the camera system here, and also from the front camera. Before I even forget, this is now shooting at 18 megapixels, and already the 12 megapixels was good enough for me, but another 6 more megapixels, the image quality from this should be amazing. I do believe for this year the battery playback time is up to 39 hours. Not as great as the Pro version, which is just a maxed out version of this, so you could expect everything great coming from that. But as I said, I kind of like the smaller form factor coming out of these, and I'll be able to test this out in a day in the life video to scrutinize, to actually see if what Apple has announced is what we're actually expecting or getting on our phone. We do also have up to 3000 nits of brightness, and let's see if I could tell the difference. These phones are both, let me see, at the same brightness, and yes, let me go back. Yes, I could tell. I'm not sure if you guys could tell, but the screen brightness, yes, 300 nits. This will improve you using your phone outdoors in the sunlight. You should be able to see your phone a lot clearer. But I am just curious with the battery life, how this will work and how this will improve or affect. If you're someone that lives in a hot climate and uses your phone outdoor a lot, will this reduce your battery life on a daily basis shooting at the 3000 nits? But that's what you could expect. There's also some anti-glare technology that I would love to test out. Let me just see if I could pull this into the frame, and let's see if you guys could tell the difference with these two. So I do have my light here. Let's see if I could get it on, and I could tell the difference. Let me know if you guys see the difference between them both, but I do know that there is a difference. I could see the difference with the anti-glare technology. A little bit of improvement, not significantly much, but there is a difference between them as well. Chip wise, we do have a A19 Bionic chip with 6 cores of CPU and 6 cores of GPU with neutral accelerators, and I do know that this should just improve your response time with loading, closing out your applications. And even if you're a gamer and you play a ton of game on your phone, you should be able to see improvement with some of the application or some of the gaming applications that you use, along with that 120 hertz of refresh rate, something that Apple has been lagging behind when it comes onto the refresh rate of these screens. Many other from the competitors have improved, going from their 60 to 120, so I know this will significantly improve just how smooth your display is. And if you're someone that, it might not sound or mean a lot to you, but if you're someone that uses this for a longer period of time and you go back to something like the previous models, you will tell just how slow how the previous models of the iPhones are. Well, the refresh or the smoothness of the screens are. Geekbench scores will be up on the screen, and I actually want to see if there's any improvement with the speeds of this to go with what Apple has mentioned, which, you know, there should be, but I know that it won't be just a significant improvement, and it'll just be by comparing it to my 16 Pro Max, which is kind of the latest version. But who to tell? Apple does some very crazy stuff these days. But so far, I think this kind of wraps it up. I'll share with you my first impressions of this. As I said before, when I first saw the color, I don't believe this will be the color that will drive me for the next year. I am going to make a return of this phone and probably pick up a colorway that is more subtle but still packs a huge punch. Navy is one of my colors, and I might be able to pick that one up or swap it out for this version. But let me know what you guys think of this phone. If you're someone that already picked it up or you're thinking about picking it up, I'm going to tell you that if you're not 100% sold on this colorway, make sure you either go into our Apple store and take a look at it before you actually pull the trigger and purchase it, because you might regret it, as I have done here and I've seen many others have regretted it. But that's it. That wraps it up for this video. Peace out, God bless, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.